Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another Monday night race from the one and only Shake and Bake iRacing series. Tonight it is the regular season finale from Daytona International Raceway. Hello everybody, my name is Pete Ruzick, better known as Repeat 1975 from the console side. Definitely glad all of y'all could make it. It's going to be one hell of a race. We were talking about some points earlier, but before this, let's give a big old thanks to tonight's sponsor over at the Swag.Biz. There you go, right there, out of Clyde, Ohio. You see the presentation on the left, Swag.Biz. Their logo on their website is literally custom friggin' anything. So any kind of effects that you need personalized, whether they're plates, mugs, shot glasses, cups, mouse pads, whatever it is, you definitely want to hit these guys up. And Sean Blanchard, the man does phenomenal work. He actually sent me a mouse pad, which I'll actually be glad to show you here in just a moment. And also, as you can see on the right hand side, they are the official swag store for Shake and Bake and Frozen Toes out of the Team FTR stables. Talking about Frozen Toes, we're actually going to go ahead and bring up some points for you right now to show you exactly what she's got to do in order to make her way all the way in. She's got to stay just 7 points ahead of the guy we just mentioned, old Sean Blanchard. Give me one moment. I'll pull that up for you right now, and you can see exactly what those points are looking like. Here is that cutoff line. So as you can see, James Holzer with 5 phenomenal wins on the season. Brendan Book with 3, Matt O'Brien, Ryan Crooks, Tom Harmon, Jimmy Cocker, and Hunter Johnson, all with 1 win each. And then from Tom Flitcroft in P number 9 back to Eliza Bethal back in P16. Everybody there trying to get their way in on points. Pretty much from Jose Ruiz on up, they're good. They're mathematically secured. They're gonna go the distance. But if you look behind Eliza Bethal, you see Sean Blanchard. He pilots that number 91 Swag.Biz car each and every week, as well as Frank Warner right behind him, and then Jacob Palmer 26 points back. Guys, we are about to set on an entire 43 car field. There's actually 44 out there, but only 43 will actually make their way in on time. So this will be a full stacked Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series race from Daytona. It's going to be a phenomenal time. I mentioned just a moment ago that I was going to show you a mouse pad that Sean Blanchard had actually sent me. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to introduce myself here right quick. Let me go ahead and take away that cutoff line and show you a little bit more of what's going around. Maybe change things up just a little bit with these cameras, since more and more are kind of going back towards the towards pit road. Let's shake things up just a bit. Find somebody that's out there on track. There we go. How about this little pack? But yeah, let me go ahead and turn this camera on right quick and introduce myself and show you the kind of work that Sean Blanchard at the Swag.Biz likes to do. Hey guys, how are you? Nice to see you. But yeah, look at this. So this is a mouse pad that Sean Blanchard made and sent to me. I mean, this thing's got phenomenal detail, all kinds of different graphics, cars, league logos, my personal logos, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, that is the kind of work that Sean Blanchard at the Swag.Biz does. And welcome everybody. Good to see y'all. This is my room, so to speak. All right, let me go ahead and kill that noise. Y'all don't want to see me all night, not at all. So we got just a little bit of time. The seconds are winding down in practice. And again, definitely want to say a big hello to everybody that is joining tonight from the Sim Racing channel. Let's go ahead and kill that right quick and bring you back your actual logo. There we go. So qualifying time is up. Definitely, again, big thank you for everybody to coming out, hanging out, chatting up. Looking forward to keeping me company. Rock NASCAR says hello to the booth and best of luck to all drivers tonight. Rock NASCAR spreading his good luck wishes across 43 drivers that are about to take time. And the guy that I was just on there during practice, it looks like the 31 of Mr. Cocker. He's going to be the first one to come on out and try his luck at time. Let's go ahead and ride on with him and see how this all rolls. You can imagine that these times tonight are going to be extremely, extremely tight. Super speedway races normally are. And then when we get into the packs, you know exactly what we're talking about. Maze, good to see you out there, bud. Thanks for coming on out. I know you and your entire EMGG watch party all getting ready for some Daytona action. And thanks, as always, for all of your support. This, again, in case you missed it in the beginning, this is the final regular season race from Daytona for these guys. And you know what? I think I did it again. Not to quote an old song, but let me go ahead and change up some sound for you. That way you guys get a great feel of just how loud these cars are. Here we go. All right. That's what happens when I do some racing myself and I've actually got to turn it down. Now you get a feel of these V8 superstars. So Jimmy Cocker was pretty much the first one to come on out. Only a little over 3 minutes left of qualifying, and then we're going to start to see more and more. I'm waiting to see what Jimmy Cocker's fast lap is, considering he's down here on the bottom. And he'll be the first one to come across the start stripe and take time, I believe. Coming through the tri-oval at the line, looks like he's going to be P3. It looks like Matt O'Brien in this Cloud9 number 20. He was actually able to go on up and take the pole so far. 2.5 minutes remaining in qualifying. And, man, I'm so glad that this is all kicking off. Again, it's going to be this is the last race for the regular season. After this, it's all playoff racing. Next week, we're going to Darlington. We're going to go visit the Lady in Black, see how many people can stay away from those walls coming off the corner. It's also a very, very loose track, very loose pit road as well, as it looks like the 20 is done. There is the number 81 Chubby's Ford Mustang GT. Let's see if I can't go back and pick up. See if I can't pick up. There's Eliza. Eliza just back from vacation. This looks like it will be her second lap so far. Quite a bit better, and across the line, Eliza is going to go with the help of her spotter Marty to the pole for the 64. Congratulations, Eliza. So far, 1.5 minutes left to go. Brendan Book just took P number 5. I just saw Byron Jones. Looks like he just brought his number 3 to a stop. How about Tom Sorey in this number 40 Chevrolet Camaro? Looks like he's done. Tom's parents out there in chat wondering where old Tom is, and I'm looking for him right now, I promise. Ryan Crook so far P number 2. Where did I know I talked to him earlier? You know, and I'll tell you what, I made a little bit of a boo-boo. I said there was 44 cars. It looks like 46 have come on out tonight. So far, Tyler Dohar, Brody Falliker, and Davey Hauk, 3 regulars have yet to take a time, and still so far nobody has been able to knock Eliza Bethal off of the podium. How about Sean Blanchard, if he's still out here on chat yet, or out here on track yet? I can't talk now. Yes, he is. So looks like Sean Blanchard brought his machine to a stop. How about Frank Warner here? Frank Warner in that number 72 Crinzers Marine Camaro. Looks like he is done. So we'll scroll on down a little bit. Mentioned that Tyler Dohar had yet to take his time. Well, here he is. In that number 77, kind of blinking a little bit, unfortunately, and nope, he was not able to get a lap in. I don't know if Dohar's actually going to make the field or not. We will have to wait and see. But he was able to make a lap. Looks like Mark Santucci, Brody Falliker, and Davey Hauk will be the 3 that will not make the field tonight. So we will have a full 43 car field to kick off the Frozen Toes and Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series season finale from Daytona. What a way to kick it off over on Roku TV on the Sim Racing channel as well. What a way to go. Stan Carnathan, one of the admins for the Sim Racing channel, says, "We are live, my friend." Stan, thank you very much for the confirmation. Ready to kick this bad boy off. Barney is just waiting to let the flag fly and say, "Hey man, let's go." So let's go ahead and show you your lineup here in just a moment. Show you the grid. Nope, we're not gonna. We'll actually pull that aside because we are going to fast forward our way through the heats. Only the guys that qualified on time will actually race. There will be no heat. So Santucci, Falliker, and again Hauk. Falliker has been here, it seems like, all season long, but now unfortunately, because he either joined late or something happened with qualifying, he was not able to join the grid. And Hauk as well. Unfortunately, those 3 will not start tonight's race. Hopefully they'll come on out and hang out with everybody else. Watch this broadcast, whether it's on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook Live, or on the brand new Sim Racing channel on Roku TV. Please, guys and gals, go on over to your Roku TV or the Roku app. Search out the Sim Racing channel. The logo on the channel looks just like the Sim Racing channel logo on the bottom right, just above the iRacing.com insignia or logo. So getting ready to fire these things off. We'll go ahead and show you how it all lines up once we're up and running. Jim Coey out there says, "Good luck on your broadcast, Pete." Coey, good to see you, sir, and thank you very much. That means a lot, buddy. Always has. All right. All right, just waiting on the shot clock on the left-hand side rather, or the scoring pylon to go back to zeros for everything, and we will get ready to roll. Let's go ahead and clear everything out, and we'll actually go ahead and pull up your ticker. Again, Daytona presented by Swag.Biz, the Swag.Biz. Go on over again, their logo, literally custom friggin' anything. We should see these guys line up here in just a moment. I'll actually clear that out and bring back your scoring pylon so you see when they start to grid, and I'm sure you'll hear the motors as well. So let's go ahead and clear that out. Bring up your tower. They're still there. You see the pace truck or pace car out there on track.
Green.
Now he's not going to bring anybody. It's just got to come on by the start stripe, and the clock can wind on down. So, who do y'all have out there in chat? Who is your number 1 for tonight? Is it going to be Jimmy Cocker, who won the season opening Daytona race in his number 31 Virginia Tech machine? Is it going to be Frozen Toes or Elizabeth Thal to go ahead and claim her spot in the top 16? Is it going to be Sean Blanchard to go on up and grab the W in his number 91? Who is it going to be to get on up there? Maze out there in chat says Crooks or Holzer. Well, I'll tell you what, Holzer's got 5 wins on the season so far. They have finished 1-2 2 or 3 times. I'm sure Crooks would love to see the running order just slightly different to where he's in the lead and Holzer pushing him to the start stripe when it's all done, and Barney's waving that flag on that number 25 EMGG glitch machine for Ryan Crooks. Full stands here at Daytona, as you can see, and full stands out there in chat between Twitch, Facebook Live, YouTube, and the brand new Roku TV. Definitely want to thank everybody for coming out, hanging out. Looking forward to chatting it up with every single one of you. This is going to be a phenomenal race. The race will actually transition from day into night, so we're going to finish this race under the lights. We're going to see just how much time and effort these guys put into their paint schemes, and the way they pop under the lights is absolutely amazing. Mao, good to see you out there as well. Thank you very much for riding along with Ninja week in and week out, or co-commentating with Mao. Jacob NASCAR out there says, "Let's go." I couldn't say it any better. All right, I'm going to take a quick little break here, and we will be right back, I promise. Alright, so as you see, the bunch of cars on track right now. Sorry about that, a little bit of a technical difficulty at first. But, everybody out here for the 3-minute warm-up. 2 minutes left. Frank Warner says, "Hello, Pete. Have fun in the booth. Good luck to all drivers. Good luck to you out there as well." Mr. Warner, it looks like you are going to be... Let's see, I was looking for you before. You're going to be... in that number 72, as always. Charizard says, "Hey everyone, how's it going? Good to see you as well." King Smashy says, "LFG." I'm not going to repeat that, but yeah, let's go. You almost got me, King Smashy. You almost got me. See a few other cars coming out on track. This is the 3 U.S. Air Force Patriot Esports entry for Byron Jones. You see him just get on by the number 25 and company as they were coming off pit road. Blood King Russell, King Smashy, as well as JPass0710. Thank you very much for the follow and welcome along. As always, definitely appreciate you. Byron's going to play with the road course side of it just a little bit. But how about the 64 being pushed by her Team FTR teammate right now of John Honeycutt? So Honeycutt, brand new paint scheme. Actually, talking about these high-tech security services one more time. Paint scheme's looking pretty good, and as you can see, he's got a little bit of a matte black hood, a little bit of glassy look to the rest of it. Looking pretty nice, looking pretty sharp. Frozen running the IT Defenses car that she ran back in Daytona when they were the sponsor for the season opening race. 3 seconds left to go, and we are going to be talking about placement for this grid. Proverbial shot clock down to 0, and let's show you how it's going to be. Let's actually pull that back one more time, and let's show you now. Under the night sky. So Eliza Bethal with Ryan Crooks, row number 1, John Honeycutt, and Nate Mon, row 2, Brendan Book and Matt Burgess. Going to be row number 3. Looks like it's going to be John Osborne and Francis Hamilton with Caleb Pertko and Hagen Joyner for row number 5, Ryan McCall and Duncan O'Connor for row number 6, Jacob Palmer, Matt O'Brien, row 7. Matt O'Brien, your current points leader, and because Holzer was not here last week, he's up by almost 40 points over Holzer. He's pretty much got this in the bag unless something should happen. Andrew Wisdom and Mike DeWalt, row number 8. Row 9, going to be Philip Bridgman and PJ O'Leary. Row 10 is going to be Charles Kramer, scratch that, and James Holzer to round out the 10th row. 11th row is going to be Chuck Cody and Jose Ruiz. Andrew Zappi and Byron Jones back there to round out row 12. Row 13, Tom Torrey and Andrew Sanford. Cody Giles and Sean Blanchard, the owner of tonight's sponsor, the Swag.Biz. Again, go on over, check them out. Whole lot that you can gain from there. Hunter Johnson and Frank Warner gonna be row 15. Row 16, Oscar Henson and Stephen Johnson. 17 is going to be Rob Newman and Jordan McGraw. And it looks like it's going to be Jimmy Cocker and Thomas Harmon for row 18. Row 19 is going to be Tyler Dohar and Tom Flitcroft, Tom Flitty. Row 20 is going to be Andrew Basage and Jeremy Teasler. Michael Allard, Dylan Robb, and Brian Pizzichemi are going to round out the entire 43 car field. Wow. So let's go ahead and bring them on up one more time. Let's get ready to set this thing on fire. Definitely hope everybody out there is ready, because Lord knows I am. Let's go ahead and bring up all your information. Bring up your track map so you can kind of keep up with everybody. Bring up all your details, all of everything. I hope y'all are ready, because I absolutely am. Again, this is the Daytona, the Swag.Biz 150. This will be our digger cam for the night. Looking back at this very, very long procession of 650 horsepower NASCAR race cars. Again, you see the 25 of Ryan Crooks to the outside. Congratulations, Eliza Bethal on the pole for tonight. Jim Coey says, been a while since I've seen a 43 car field. Well, Coey, stick around. You're in for one great treat. Green flag. Let's go. Coming to complete lap 1, it looks like it's going to be Crooks on the outside, Eliza on the inside. Crooks is going to go ahead and lead lap number 1. And hold on, let's go ahead and switch this up just a little bit. Essentially this There we go. For some reason, it was showing me the time versus the actual number of laps. Had to go ahead and get that squared away. But how about this? So Eliza now pushed back to P2 on the bottom side. Crooks still on the high side. Nate Mon now leading the field with Eliza and John Honeycutt right behind. Crooks is going to come across the line that time and lead lap number 2 as well. What a great time to be in the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series for their season finale. Right now, Eliza is right where she needs to be in order to maintain that make sure she's got the best chance of moving on. Right now, her biggest competition is just a little bit further back in the field, looking for that number 91 as we speak. And here is Sean Blanchard up high. He's looking like he's out to the outside of the 32. 32 had to check up just a little bit, maybe just a little bit of a problem up ahead, but he's going to be able to draw a bead and pull himself up just a couple more spots. Sean Blanchard right now down 4 spots, but he's going to be able to make up time as it goes along. He knows that his postseason life is literally on the line. Nothing has changed up front. It's still Mon, Bethal, Osborne, Honeycutt, and Book. And just as I say that, looks like Matt Burgess. I take that back. Just a little bit of blinking there, or lag, as some people might call it. 25 still leading high, wide, and handsome. He's going to go ahead and lead lap number 5 as well. So we heard some cheers, obviously, for the EMGG group, Frank Warner, and a few others. Who else do y'all have out there? Who are you rooting for? Are you rooting for Eliza because that line is so slim, only 7 points over Sean Blanchard? Or are you a fan of the Swag.Biz number 91 and hoping that he can get on up there? Are you a fan of anybody else just a little bit further back in the points that might still have a mathematical chance? I'll actually go ahead and pull up that cut line for you one more time as they come across the line. Looks like 25 is going to be able to lead this one as well. There are your points one more time. So Sean Blanchard and Frank Warner have the biggest chance. Jacob Palmer 26 back. Even Philip Bridgman, if he was able to win and the standings shook out just the way that he would need them, even Philip Bridgman has a very, very outside chance. But I've seen some chances work out for quite a few people this season. But yeah, that's the way that it's looking for Eliza Bethal, Sean Blanchard, and Frank Warner. So now it's kind of interesting to see that the high side has been the way to go. The 67 of Matt Burgess up there, pretty much keeping on the 25's back bumper all the way around. Then you see the 81 there of John Osborne pushing for all he's worth. But how about Holzer right now? Holzer up 14 spots in just 7 measly laps to come up to be P number 4 on the high side. He's got the 81 just ahead. And I'll tell you what, Holzer is a man on a mission. He wants win number 6, or will he get on up there? We got a caution. Caution number 1 on the night. So far, I haven't picked up on anything for some issues in the back. Looks like let's check in. Oh, looks like Byron Jones had a bit of an issue. But so far, it's not actually telling me what happened. But clearly, that right front has seen better days on that number 3. Let's see if I can go up and find out. Nope, and for some reason, the tool is not going to tell me exactly what happened. So we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way and just play the rewind game. So let's take this back. Try to do this as quickly as we possibly can. Sorry about this. And we're going to go ahead and switch up the camera for him. All right, we're going to go ahead and stop it right here and play it. Looks like he's doing a pretty good pretty good job holding that bottom line. Looks like 73 Fruity Pebbles machine is going to take it 3 wide, forcing Byron down lower and lower below the yellow line. He's got to come back up at some point. Staying right there in the draft. 32 moves up. 73 comes down. Puts Byron hard into the outside wall. That also collected the 24 as well. So rough goings for Byron Jones. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so let's work our way back up to the top, and it looks like Ryan Crooks is leading the charge, so to speak. Alex Daigle, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome aboard. This is the Shake and Bake iRacing Monday Night Cup Series from Daytona, the last race of the regular season. After this, it is all playoff racing starting next week at Darlington. So Ryan Crooks, let's see if he's actually hanging out in his EMGG glitch crew, and it looks like he is. Let's see if we can't actually get a quick word with this driver and bring him on in. Let's see. Ryan Crooks, driver of this number 25 EMGG glitch machine, one more time. Buddy, you got a copy from the lead.
I got you, Pete.
Well, Ryan, man, you're doing a pretty masterful job. It really looked like Mike DeWalt and a few others were pretty content up on the high side, sticking to your back bumper. How you feeling about the race so far? And can you keep? I know it's still early. I'm not gonna ask you for your prediction. 51 laps down the road. But how you feeling about the race so far and the flow that it's got?
Yeah, I feel good about it. It's right now it's super calm. There's not any really big runs coming. Of course, that's going to change at some point. I feel like the high line is just so strong. So if we could just keep ourselves in position up here on the high line, I think it's going to be a one-stop race. So we'll have to stop for gas. Hopefully, anytime after 28 to 32 laps, maybe there's a caution out and kind of keep everybody on the same strategy. I don't want to get into like a strategy fuel race, but if it works out in our favor and we stay up here at the front, I think we got a good shot. Like I said, we just got to stay on the high line and keep our nose clean.
Well, speaking of strategy, I know Daytona and Talladega normally not tracks that you've got to worry about tire wear all that much. Will it be mostly fuel? Not asking you to give it away, but is a mostly fuel plan possibly in place?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we could probably go 31 to 32 laps on a green flag run. So yeah, tire wear is not a big issue here. It's just gas. So as long as we hopefully get a caution somewhere between 28 to 30 30 laps or so, I think we'll be able to make it. I think you'll see everybody come down. But yeah, tire's not a big issue, just gas.
Just before this caution flew, we saw James Holzer work his way up to fourth in line on the outside. How much would you love to see another 1-2 finish just with you at the point this time?
Yeah, that's what we talked about. So we've kind of worked together a little bit, so hopefully he can get up here and we can work together. He's going to be hard to beat, but definitely would love a 1-2, but we got to pull one out, so hopefully we can do that.
All right, buddy, I definitely wish you all kinds of luck, and everybody out there in their EMGG watch party wishing you the same. Go get him, sir.
Thanks, Pete.
You got it. All right, so let's go ahead and get Ryan Crooks back with his teammate, and we're gonna get ready to set this field on fire one more time. Pace car is off, back on the throttle. Let's go. Boy, I love that Dater Cam. They're going to come across the start stripe just the way they were before, except the 25 was now on the high side. And the 22 of Nate Mon was able to pull right there with him. So now it's going to be Crooks, Mon, Joyner, DeWalt, and Tom Torrey going to be your top five as you see them continue to run over there on the short pylon. And look at him now coming off turn number 2 all the way down this backstretch. Everybody nose to tail at some point and trying to make up as many spots as they can. The field definitely looking a little broken. Back to about 22nd spot or so it would seem with Dylan Robb So you see this number 16 with the 9 of Cody Giles. Old Fluffy right behind him, pushing for all it's worth. He's got Philip Bridgman, Caleb Pertko, and Jeremy Teasler to help out. Tom's parents out there, still out there. Definitely appreciate you guys each and every week. I tell you, I've known Tom Flitty or Tom Flitcroft ever since it seems like NASCAR 09. It looks like we got a wreck in the back. This one looks like it's going to consist of Dylan Robb. We were just talking about him in that 16 and a couple of others. Some people just cannot seem to whoa it up. And there you see on the left-hand side is that 20 Cloud9 machine of Matt O'Brien. He was in all this. Now, he's got the... I can check Mal. I can check in just a moment. But yeah, Dylan Robb, John Osborne... in on this, so were a few other people. So let's find out exactly what happened with this. We'll actually go back to the rear camera of that 20 and see what happened or how he got involved. Again, this is your regular season points leader by about 37 over James Holzer. Let's go back. Oh, okay. Let's back it up a little bit from there. All right, so we're on board with the number 30, and you see the 64, 33, and others coming on the bottom side. Looks like one car kind of scrapes the wall, nowhere to go. And yep, the 30 and the 20 just kind of got together, trying to navigate their way around a car that was stuck on the wall. Just an unfortunate circumstance, but you definitely see the left-hand side for this number 30 Shaboom car completely broken, and there is that number 91 as well. Looks like that Swag.Biz machine a little broken up. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live right now, and let's see if we got the view from the blimp. And we'll go ahead and bring it back to the front. All right, so now it looks like until scoring updates, we'll kind of keep an eye on what the actual running order is. It looks like some people might have decided to go on down pit road, but so far it looks like the 22 of Nate Mon, he's going to be the man at the front. Let's see if we can get a quick word with Nate. See where he's at. There he is. He's down there with Ions Motorsports. So let's go ahead and pull driver 22 in. Nate Mon, it's Repeat in the booth, bud. You got a quick copy for us, sir?
I do, Repeat. How you doing, man?
Well, I tell you what, this Sundrop car seemed pretty stout so far. We saw that move to get underneath the 25 to go on up and take the lead. How you feeling about this machine, and can you get it done?
Feeling pretty good. Definitely feel like the high side's got a little bit of advantage. I feel like the bottom could get some solid runs, but I think overall the high side's going to prevail. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think if I can get some help from my teammates once they make it up here, maybe we can get the bottom to work out, get in a nice tight line. Yeah, goal is just try to stay up here as long as possible, log some laps, and have a good fight at the end.
All right, but you were actually, if I'm not mistaken, in the original or at the start of this season. How different is the next gen car from the Daytona 500 to this race tonight, as far as all the updates go? How's that car feeling?
Feels a lot different. I will say the draft is a lot similar to maybe something like the Xfinity car now. A little bit more predictable. Before, for the 500, super unpredictable. There was a bubble, really easy to lose the draft. Now I think that it's a lot more figured out. So yeah, I think it's feeling good and excited for the continue this race.
All right, buddy, I'm definitely going to go ahead. I'll get you back with your Ions Motorsports teammates right now. I see Ryan Crooks lining up to your outside, so you know you guys are going back green this time. Go get him, sir.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, again, that's driver number 22 for that Sundrop Camaro. Let's go ahead and widen out the view one more time. The lights atop the pace car are out So we're going to get ready to set him back green again. Let's go ahead and clear the info. And we're just going to concentrate on this restart, see who can get it done. 22 is able to shuffle the 25 up to the high line before. Now it looks like 22 is actually going to take the high line and allowing Crooks to move to the bottom. It is leader's choice on restarts, and he just said he felt like the high line had the most momentum, and Crooks was able to lead a few laps, proving that to be true. Tom's parents definitely appreciate that. I love what I do, and I try to do the best job every single week, week in and week out. So thank you very much for the vote of confidence, or that little shot in the arm. Absolutely appreciate it. All right, so Crooks, Mon, Mike DeWalt, Hagen, Joyner, Matt Burge is going to be your top 5. Palmer, Newman, Warner, Kramer, and Johnson going to round out your top 10. Pace car is going to make that left turn towards Albuquerque. Getting ready to get hard on that throttle. Let's go. Talking about a power move from the 25 of Ryan Crooks to pull underneath the 22 at will with not too much help and grab the lead back all for himself. You see the 14 of Hagen Joyner staying right there with him, but 22, he's decided, even though the lead, I was just going to say, even though the bottom was clear for him, he decided to come on down and pick that up. Here comes the 33 of Rob Newman on a little bit of a charge. He looks like he's going to go ahead and pick up that double deuce and try to give him a shot, but look at that high line advancing. There you see the 1467 42 of Brendan Book, and it looks like Andrew Basage back there in that 73. Right now, just about the entire top 5 on the high side are clear. We'll have to see if they come on down. So far, Ryan Crooks has been able to be almost like the Dale Jr., the Pied Piper here at Daytona, and lead this field around. The top 5 have chosen to stay up there behind him. That just goes to show the kind of trust, the kind of confidence that they've got in that driver due to his, the way that he's raced all season long and the kind of power that he's showing in that number 25. Everybody's staying up there. Now all the way back to about P7 clear. You see Frozen Toes or Eliza Bethal in that 64 just a little bit further back, sitting right now in P number 10. You see her there. And so far right now, you don't see that Swag.Biz number 91 for Sean Blanchard anywhere near her rear view. He's a little bit further back behind the 51 of Caleb Pertko. See the number 91 right in the draft of the 51, just working to pull his way up. And look at this run. He's going to be able to get to the outside of the 51, and he can see that long line of coming around the bend on that high side, coming off of turn number 4, and going to head towards the start stripe one more time. A little bit of a checkup on that outside. Looks like the 72 Krenzer Marine car almost tagged the wall, but no harm, no foul. Everybody's still going and really moving along. We're going to go ahead and pick up with Eliza right now and see exactly what she's got all the way around her. There you see up to the 50 of John Honeycutt. Nate Mon Andrew Visage and Philip Bridgman and Rob Newman all around her. And right now, you see the 50 of Honeycutt and the 64 of Eliza up in that high line. So obviously they feel confident enough in Ryan Crooks' ability to lead that line all the way around. Looking back from Ryan Crooks, you see Hagen Joyner up there on the high side, and you see car after car. All you see are left sides, or right sides, all the way down along this 2.5 mile tri-oval super speedway wall. Oh, looks like something just happened with John Honeycutt and others. I saw Honeycutt get spun to the inside, and looks like so far no caution. Let's see if we can't play this back and find out exactly what happened. Still no yellow. Oh, actually, let's rewind that one more time and get to that rear chase view. We're gonna go ahead and stop it right there. Get to the rear, and let's play it from here. Find out what happened. All right, so we're gonna stop that one more time and replay it from the back end of the 22. Very unfortunate. And where is Nate Mon? Because it's after the effect, he's going to be a little bit further in the back, falling back. All right, let's go ahead and play it. Yeah, it just gets turned by that 73. Nowhere to go whatsoever. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. Still no yellow flag, so we're going to continue to race on, and that's absolutely going to go ahead and break up the pack. You see with the track map on the top right-hand side of the screen, this is again the Swag.Biz Daytona 150 from Daytona International Raceway, and now this pack absolutely broken up. It looks like from about P15 on, they're looking ahead at the main pack, and then they've also got cars behind them. This P15 is actually John Honeycutt. I'm going to take a ride around this number 50, see what kind of damage he's got on the left and right side. Let's see. So nothing really big on the left side. Let's take a look at the rights. No real issue. That's actually kind of surprising. So hopefully he can continue on. We didn't stay on there long enough to see, what the after effects were, but as you can see, the field very broken now. Let's bring it back. So pack of 3 really trying to catch this top pack as you see them all flying on by. So now it's what, 4, 8, 12. There's 14 cars in this top pack, rounded out by Rob Newman, up 19 spots, sitting E14. And then you've got John Honeycutt, Frank Warner, and Mike DeWall sitting here nose to tail. James Holzer back here leading the charge with the 77 time Camaro for Tyler Dohar. Gotta love when these cars come screaming on by. You see the camera shake. That's absolutely amazing. So that hiccup completely broke up everybody on track. We were still 2x2 for most of the way behind the top 6 or 7 that had just kept on navigating their way around the high line. This is everybody now on the low line. You got to kind of wonder, with the success that the 25 is having on the high side leading this charge, is he communicating back to Holzer saying, hey, see if you can't pull those guys up to the top and get them to really work their way around. But so far, everybody's staying on the bottom line. And Tom's parents out there in chat saying, they were wondering where Tom Flickcroft was. Here he is in that number 12 GM Goodwrench Service Camaro. Let's go back up to the front. Looks like we've got a pass for the lead. 42, 32, and 68 were able to get on by the 25. So the 42 is going to be Brendan Book. Let's see if we can find out exactly how that pass for the lead happened. And then the 32 is going to go ahead and take his turn. Well, let's go back with Brendan Book, find out how he picked up the spot. Replaying now, 42, 32, and others on the bottom side. So they said, you know what, I've had enough of this high line. And it looks like several people decided they were going to go with them. They are back side by side. And this is going to help Honeycutt and company back there as they continue to stay nose to tail. They'll be able to pull themselves up. But again, we saw that this lead for the 42 did not last very long. We saw the 32 was going to try, and could this be where he has a little bit of help from that Avril Lavigne machine to take it high? There it is, Tom Harmon pushing the 32 to the lead, Hunter Johnson. Let's go ahead and bring it back live now. So now Tom Harmon in that number 68 Avril Lavigne Camaro car that he's stuck with all season long. Just the same as he sticks with being a fan of Avril Lavigne. You know, he played a little bit of Avril Lavigne trivia with me earlier, and I said I had remembered her from the late 90s. It turns out her very first worldwide single, I should say, was in 2002, so I wasn't that far off, but I did remember that she went that far back. So the 68, he's going to continue to lead. It looks like he's got I'm trying to pick up on the number, 82, I believe it's going to be. Yep, 82, a Mango Machine for Charles Kramer, Brendan Book right behind. Then you also see the 14 of Hagen Joyner. So all these guys now back double file. Let's go back and pick up with Honeycutt. See exactly where he's at. There he is, and it looks like that entire crew that was being led around by James Holzer. Holzer is now caught up to that 3-pack, and they're also now double file. So these guys need to figure out exactly what they're going to do while the top side is all double file and get rolling as much as they can to try to make up as much time as possible. But yeah, Fabio, I definitely agree. Come on, Honeycutt. Looks like Honeycutt's going to go ahead and try to dive to the inside. He definitely caught the 82 unaware. Can he get on by the DeWalt machine from Mike DeWalt? Nope, DeWalt's going to come on down, pick him up. And Honeycutt looks like he's got the 69 of Holzer literally glued to his trumpet. Trying to give that 54 a push as well. Tyler Dohar, one of the best pushers in the sim, also right there, as well as Tom Flitcroft, Tom Flitty. And then there is that 91 Swag.Biz machine. He is right now sitting in P number 20, and Eliza Bethal is right now sitting in P10. So if this was the final lap, obviously it's not. We're only working lap 32 out of 60. But if that was the final lap, Eliza would have very comfortably made her way into the postseason. John Honeycutt made sure that before the race started tonight that I was actually able to see his scheme. In weeks past, we had a little bit of an issue making sure that the scheme showed up properly on stream. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and get his sponsors out there. Very, very important to John Honeycutt. And there he is right now out of Orlando, Florida. Here, driver 50. Alright, so again, John Honeycutt out of Orlando, Florida, right now sitting in P16, back 13 spots from where he originally started, but that's only due to an issue that he was fortunate enough to have saved the car. So good job by him. I went around the car earlier, no real damage anywhere, and he's still got Holzer on his back end with the 77. You can imagine that if the 50 stays low, and if Honeycutt wants to go high, he'll have some company behind him. 3 very, very strong cars behind this DeWalt number 54 Toyota. Fabi out there says, high tech all the way at number 50. All these machines coming on by, roaring 650 horsepower, nose to tail around this 2.5-mile super speedway, otherwise known as Daytona International Raceway. Cannot believe that this is the final race in the regular season. And the points are so close as we... Gotta love the loudness of that digger cam. Love the volume. But yeah, this is the final race of the regular season. Before the race kicked off, I did go ahead and show what the points look like and where Eliza is, where Sean Blanchard is, and I believe Frank Warner was the other one, 17 points behind. Let's actually show you that cut line graphic one more time and show you where your favorite driver is, whether he or she is above or below that line. Holzer, Book, O'Brien, Crooks, Harmon, Cocker, and Johnson, all with wins. They're going to automatically move on. Tom Flickcroft, Honeycutt, McGraw, Iman, Dohar, McCall, McKinney, and Ruiz all mathematically locked in as it looks like we got to start a green flag pit stop. Eliza Bethal, Sean Blanchard, and Frank Warner are the 3 battling for that last transfer spot that Eliza's got to hold on to. All right, so I mentioned that some cars had come on down pit road. I believe Jacob Palmer was one, as well as a couple others. These guys flying on by so fast. It looks like they're kind of trying to merge back in as well. This is your very, very small lead pack group. Hunter Johnson, Tom Harmon, Brendan Book, and Matt Burgess decided to stay on out where some of their biggest competition decided to come on down. These guys will have to navigate the 14 right now. Go ahead and go high. This is not a battle for position. This is actually putting the 14 a lap down, as you see some cars coming up off of pit road, hitting that blend line and trying to work their way back in. And look at these guys coming with the head of steam. You see the 82 on the bottom. You see the 61 of Micah Allard on the bottom. You see others. You see the 25 of Ryan Crooks also on the bottom. These guys got to try to do everything that they can to stay on the lead lap, or at least stay the first car 1 lap down. That way, if that yellow should happen to fly, they're the first car 1 lap down and get back on the lead lap. So some of these guys that are out here now, they've been a little bit further in the back, so they've been able to save some fuel just riding in the draft until it was time to go. You saw the 68, the 42, the 67 move on up here as they come on by the 64 of Eliza Bethal. Frozen Toes right there. 25 is going to go ahead and make a move to the inside, pick up the 42, push the 81, I believe that was out. So that's going to put Brendan Book and company just a little bit further back. The 25 right there that you see of Ryan Crooks, that's actually for P20. But again, some guys have not yet come down pit road. This is how the races always tend to get just a little jumbled up, because you have lap cars mixed in with lead lap cars, and when these lead lap cars go on down pit road, they come on back out, and you get all kinds of screwed up. You get kind of mixed in with everything as you see these faster guys come screaming on by that 9 and company. 32 of Hunter Johnson continues to lead. Tom Harmon, Brendan Book, Matt Burgess, Philip Bridgman, your top 5. Andrew Sanford, Andrew Zappi, Francis Hamilton, Tom Torrey, and Caleb Pertko as the 32 trying to whoa and slow that thing up, get down pit road speed, 55 miles an hour. 68 looks like he's going to have the first pit stop from this group. 32 is going to come to a screeching halt as well. Andrew Besiege and others, everybody down pit road. Now let's see how this all filters back out. So far, it's going to show Andrew Sanford in the lead. But will that hold once everybody comes back around? You see Holzer there. You see the 30 Shaboom car. You see so many others in this line. Again, all intermixed between lead lap and lap down cars. "20 laps remaining here at Daytona." What a way to kick off the start of the postseason when this is all done. Again, next week we will be at Darlington, the Lady in Black, track too tough to tame, whatever you want to say, and it's going to be it's going to be a barn burner. We're at after the race is said and done tonight, based on where Eliza finishes. If she finishes ahead of Frank Warner and also Sean Blanchard, she will have that final transfer spot. If they don't pass her, or as long as she doesn't get passed by more than 7 spots, if she finishes 2 or 3 spots behind and they don't lead laps, she'll still be good. The mathematical equations on how this could work out are still very, very much in play. Well, yeah, it could literally come on down to the last lap. Looks like Jose and Chuck Cody a little bit further back, right with that number 91 Swag.Biz machine. I'll actually show you that swag poster one more time, trying to get our sponsors' information out there while we've got a little bit of separation and everybody's trying to move on up. But here is your information regarding Swag.Biz. Again, custom friggin' anything, and the official swag store for Shake and Bake and Frozen Toes Racing. Back up front with Andrew Sanford. He's got a long line of cars in front of him. Talking about this number 37, Get Wet. Looks like Camaro. He's got Andrew Zappi behind him in that 89, but they got a lap car right there in the mix. Then you see the 48 for Francis Hamilton right behind the 89. That is or would be a battle for position. Then you see the 18. I believe is going to be the lone. Nope, there's actually he's one of 2 or 3 Canadians in the field tonight. One of 2. The other being Duncan O'Connor. So Philip Bridgman and Duncan O'Connor from just above the border. Long trip down to virtual Daytona International Raceway. Let's go on back and see if we can't find where Frozen Toes is right now. Eliza Bethal right now looks like she is sitting back here in P23. She's got Jacob Palmer and Tom Flitcroft right with her, as well as John Honeycutt, Jimmy Cocker, James Holzer. It looks like Sean Blanchard, he's a little bit further back here in this number 91, in this train of about 6 cars, all trying to make up time on that pack. But between, looks like Sean Blanchard up to Eliza Bethal is a pretty good distance. But Eliza back here, all the way back here in 24th. If the 91 tries some kind of fuel magic or whichever. I mean, he is in a draft. He's not leading that backpack Is he going to be able to maybe save enough? Will Eliza have to come on back down pit road to top off? Right now, she's riding right behind the 50, and she's got the 22 of Nate Mon right behind her, so she can actually save some fuel while she's in the draft. One of the biggest misconceptions about super speedway racing is that you're flat out all the time. That is not the case whatsoever. You are actually more off the throttle than you're on it. As far as being full bore, you are lifting so much around this raceway. I don't think you're ever on 100% on the throttle for more than maybe 5 to 10 seconds, if that. All right, so now that we see where Eliza is, let's go on back up, check in with our leaders, see if anything's changed up there, and see what the battle looks like right now. Andrew Sanford still leading. Looks like he's got that number 10 Top Gun machine right in front of him. I tell you what, I've been wanting to go see Top Gun Maverick for a while, just have not been able to do it, but I absolutely need to. As always, definitely appreciate everybody that's out there in chat, coming out, hanging out, chatting it up, keeping me company. I see S.A. Arnold, see Tom's parents, I see Fabia, I see Mao, I see J-Pass, Baby 8088, King Smash, Charizard. Definitely thank you all very much for coming out. This is, not only is this, winding down the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series regular season here on Twitch, but it's also launching a brand new platform as we see several cars coming down pit road. 16 has completely missed the commitment cone, so all these cars having to come on down. We'll have to see who this hands the lead back over to, as you see the leader just now getting to his pit stop. But yeah, this is also launching the Sim Racing channel over on Roku TV. Go on over on Roku, look for the Sim Racing channel and follow along. This series will be live this community, this club will be live every single Monday night for the duration of this season, and I can't wait to see how it all plays out. So now the 32, he's got the 68 Avril Lavigne machine, as well as the 67 of Matt Burgess and Brendan Book in that number 42. Resolve, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome aboard, sir. Tom's parent says, great racing, everyone. I got to agree. There was a little bit of an issue in the beginning, but so far they've been able to stay green and keep this thing going. Hunter Johnson trying to get up there and take, I believe this would be win number 2 for him. Thomas Harmon also trying to grab another W. Brendan Book trying to grab another one, same as Andrew Wisdom. Caleb Pertko, Matt O'Brien, Byron Jones up here sitting P8, 16 points up from, or positions up from where he qualified. Cody Giles, and looks like Ryan Crooks. That's going to round out your top 10. You definitely see some separation between the top 4 and this number 7 machine for Andrew Wisdom. Wisdom trying to pull this entire field up there, just not able to as of yet. And as they let's actually look ahead from this number 7 Toyota and see what he's seeing right through his windshield. Let's jump into the cockpit with him. You can definitely see no draft in sight, as it looks like one car is going to go ahead and pull on up. That's going to be the number 16, and everybody should be able to work their way on by as he's still trying to get up to speed. So right now, first, second, third, fourth, they are all nose to tail. Fifth on back, they are all nose to tail. So a few of these guys here, this is for position, just like the top. The top 4 all last pit on lap 40. There's nobody else in the field that has pit after them. There's a few that have pit before them, such as Andrew Wisdom. Looks like the number 3 of Byron Jones, he last pit also on lap 36. So definitely varying pit strategies for everybody out here on track. But the top 4, they last pit at lap 40. 8 laps remaining here from Daytona in the season, the regular season finale for the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. Can't wait to see how this plays out. Will these guys go 4 wide to settle it amongst themselves? Or will they all just finish nose to tail and call it good on the points for tonight? Talking about points, let's go on back and see if we can't find Eliza. Here is Eliza sitting in P number 12. Let's look out her front view. She sees the 77 of Tyler Dohar, and from her back window, let's see what she's showing back there. There you see the 22 of Nate Mon, the 72 Krenger Marine machine for Frank Warner. Frank Warner also in that title fight, but he being 2 spots behind Eliza would still be able to advance, and it looks like Sean Blanchard right now is all the way back in P35, so no immediate threat for Eliza as far as he goes either. Five to go at the line. Definitely, again, want to thank everybody that's out there, whether you're watching on Twitch, on Twitter, I'm sorry, not on Twitter, on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube, or the brand new channel over on Roku TV. Definitely want to thank everybody for coming out, hanging out, chatting it up. Tom Parents says, go Eliza. Absolutely, go Eliza to lock down that final transfer spot to make it into the top 16 heading into Darlington next week and having her own chance at the playoffs. Looks like this pack starting to get joined by another. We got one car going through the grass. Saw him a little bit further in the back. Made a little bit of contact with Tom Flitcroft. Definitely easy to see that number 12 machine. Here he is, and right behind him there are 3 wide. Looks like they were all able to keep it going, gathered it all back up. There you see the 69 of Holzer behind the 12, the 50 of Honeycutt there as well. Big push from the 82 to the 28. That actually is for position. That's Brian Kinzakemi and TJ O'Leary trying to get down and dirty, trying to make up as many spots as possible before it's all said and done. 4 laps remaining here from Daytona. 4 laps remaining in the regular season. Who's going to go ahead and get it done? Still up at the front. It's going to be now Matt Burgess in this number 67 sitting P3. Hunter Johnson, Thomas Harmon still your top 2. Brendan Book, he's not going to settle for a 4th place finish. What's going to happen with him? Andrew Wisdom in this number 7. He's trying to bring this train up as close as possible. There you see Matt O'Brien, your current series points leader, sitting in P number 7 in that Cloud 9 machine. Who's going to get it done? Will they get there in time? I don't think so. 25 of I believe that's, yep, that is going to be the 25. He's going to go ahead and pull to the outside. Ryan Crook's not settling for good enough. He wants to try to gain positions. He does not want to just ride. 51 shoving that 7 machine all the way into the turn, letting up just a little bit, moving on up, grabbing some clean air so he doesn't overheat. Back on the back bumper again. You see that 20 Cloud 9 machine all over the back of the 51, going to give them all just a little bit of a shot. There you see the number 3 car of Byron Jones. So all this whole line really pushing for all it's worth, trying to catch back up, but you see the gap is just too large. They're not going to have enough time. Here is the battle for the lead, the battle for the W. 2 laps remaining here from Daytona. Back behind these guys, it looks like Elizabeth Bethel after starting on the pole, is sitting in P number 12. She's got Sean Blanchard a little bit further behind. Frank Warner right now, he was 17 points behind her coming into the race tonight, sitting behind her, 2 spots behind her, right behind the double deuce of Nate Mon. He was 17 points behind. He's not going to make up 17 points as they run. 77 filter time Camaro, breathing really happy right now with all kinds of clean air. White flag is out. Looks like Eliza's going to be able to transfer on through. Next time they cross the stripe, that will be it. And as long as in this lap she does not have any problems, as long as the 22 doesn't actually accidentally spin her, doesn't get up on any of the quarter panels, send her into the outside wall, she will be able to hold on to that 16th position transfer spot and race for a championship. All lined up, nose to tail. 22 is going to try to look to the outside. Eliza's going to stick right there with the 77. Nate Mon not happy with just riding behind the 64. 72 Krenzer Marine machine. He sees the regular season slipping away from her. 64 looks like she's going to come across the line to advance. Congratulations, Eliza Bethal. You're moving on. Let's go on and pick up with our winners, though. It looks like it's going to be Tom Harmon. Let's see exactly how that pass for the lead occurred. We're not gonna take it away from you. Let's see right now. Come on, where you at, Tom Harmon? You know what? We'll do this the old-fashioned way. Let's go ahead and back up with him because I wasn't getting any kind of a notification on him winning. We'll play it out. All right, we run it back far enough. 32, 68, 67, and 42. '68 shoving that 32 all the way into the corner, not letting up at all. Does he make him squirrely? Is that how this happens? He gets a little bit of a run, going to pull to the outside. It looks like that Dr. Pepper machine's going to go with him. 42 of Book in that National Guard machine. And looks like they all get spun. Here's the 47, not going to have anything for him. 68's going to come across the line for the W. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. Thomas Harmon right underneath the flag stand, and it looks like he's about ready to shut that off. Just go ahead and grab a picture for the records and move on. All right, ladies and gents, we will be right back with our top 3 live from the booth. Please don't go anywhere. I promise you're going to want to hear what Tom Harmon, Hunter Johnson, and Brendan Book have to say about that finish. And we might even be able to get a quick word in with the one and only Eliza Bethal and see what she's thinking now that she's officially made it through to the top 16. Again, guys and gals, we will be right back. Please don't nobody go nowhere to steal a line from Back to the Future. Be right back. All right, ladies and gents, we are back. There you see the finishing order up on your screen. Tom Harmon, Hunter Johnson, and Brendan Book going to be your top three. We're actually going to go ahead and kick it off with that number 42 Chevrolet Camaro. Brendan Book. Brendan, you definitely showed to have the speed tonight, and you got a lot of great runs working with several different drivers. Was there a certain crew that you really wanted to work with to try to get up here for a great finish, or are you pretty happy with this overall finish, coming home P3 in the regular season finale?
Yeah. I think I definitely had a pretty good car, and I was able to make some moves. Although I think that just goes with the draft package. A lot of patience as well. I think the high line definitely was the lane to be in when there was a big pack, like 20 plus cars, just because the momentum it could keep. But yeah, as far as people I want to work with, I mean, kind of had, C Motorsports and Frozen Toes Racing kind of, an alliance tonight. But with how it got strung out there, I got separated from them, or I guess they got kind of separated from me with that pit strategy and everything. So I knew those, other three I was running with, Matt, Thomas, and Hunter. I knew they were all teammates, so I kind of had no chance to do anything. And I was maybe they would wreck themselves, but then I guess three of us kind of wrecked there at the end. But it was still a lot of fun. Really good race by everybody. That was surprising, to say the least. With being a cutoff race, could have been a lot more cautions. So, really good job by most of everybody in the race tonight. So. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and I definitely know exactly what you're talking about. I kind of mentioned it a couple of times about the amount of updates that have been done to this car since our season opening race right here at Daytona when Jimmy Cocker brought it to Victory Lane. The high side was very, very strong. When Ryan Crooks got up high, I mean, he brought it seemed like the Dale Jr. Pied Piper line up high, close to the wall, all the way around. And first there were 3 cars, then 4 cars, and then 10 cars up high. And then I saw you dive to the bottom, and you brought company with you. You were able to charge and get to the lead. What did it take with the kind of runs that these cars get? What kind of trust did you have to have in that run, knowing that you'd be able to dive down when you did?
I think the biggest thing wasn't necessarily the run, but the people behind you. And you had to see them coming from behind you. And I think I timed it perfect with Johnson.
Yep.
And then obviously I was stuck in a bad spot. If I went high, he probably would have stayed low and blown by me. And then I stayed low, he went high. So that right there, it was just the help with the teammates. But nonetheless, I mean, it's still pretty good. You need friends if you do good here in the end, unless there's nobody that's friends up front. But and everyone, it's a free for all. But still happy with the P3.
Brendan, congratulations. Been catching a few of your POV streams lately. Go ahead, keep on. Go get it, man. Congrats again.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, Hunter Johnson, driver of that number 32 Toyota. Hunter, you've kind of surprised me tonight. You're up 27 spots. The only person that did any better, we're going to be talking to old Tom Harmon here in just a little bit. But walk us through that last lap coming off 4, coming to the line.
It was entertaining, and I hate my teammate for doing that. I was hoping I could steal the win from him, but he stole it from me instead. It was pretty good. I knew him and Matt were going to hook up, and I was hoping Book would have went with me. We come down the back. I knew he was going to do it. Went off in a 3, got to my bumper. As soon as he did, I thought about blocking it, and then he went up. I didn't want to block it to wreck us, so I stayed low. He got to the outside. I tried to pull him back maybe, and then Matt went with him. Book went with him. And then after that, it was kind of a free-for-all for whoever can get second or whoever can have a shot at Thomas. So it was still pretty interesting for a last lap.
Last lap of the regular season. What are you thinking about Darlington? Lady in Black track, too tough to tame next week. What will be your biggest challenges moving on?
I feel confident going into Darlington. I've liked Darlington a lot. I'm good there. I feel like me being aggressive, trying to get to the lead is going to be my downfall, or just trying to make the long run happen. I've been known to tag the wall a couple times and end my race pretty early.
Well, but congratulations on this P2. It was a great run to the checkers coming off for the top 4, top 5. The guys in the back, there's no chance at catching you. So it seems like y'all's strategy definitely worked out the way that you needed it to. Congratulations one more time.
Thank you, sir.
You got it. And then Tom Harmon in that Avril Lavigne number 68 Chevy Camaro. Tom, you've been driving this paint scheme all season long. Has Avril Lavigne reached out and paid you any royalty for helping to keep her name out there amongst your fans?
Well, judging by the start of the season, I don't think I'm owed anything, but I'll say we're even at this point. Considering I was able to rebound and get a couple wins here, top fives there.
Man, I tell you, while we were watching Eliza Bethal come across in her position and make sure that she was able to move on into the postseason, we came back and we watched the run to the checkers for you and everybody behind you. When you saw those guys, make contact to the lefts and rights of each car, and then ultimately spin out. It looked like Hunter was kind of coming on a little bit of a charge. Do you think that he was going to have enough to get there, or are you feeling pretty good once you saw that happen in your rear view?
Oh, I had no idea what was going to happen until they wrecked, and then I would just turn left to get down to the bottom to avoid any wrecking cars. But yeah, if they would have kept it clean, I think it would have been anybody's game. I would have been getting side driving from either side, and it would have been really interesting.
Well, man, congratulations again. I believe this is going to be win number 2 on the season, and you've been very, very consistent over these last, I got to say, at least the last month, really pouring it on, making up massive amounts of points each and every race. Congratulations one more time, Tom. What are you thinking about Darlington, and any quick friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs?
Well, we'll get the shout-outs in here. Shout out to you up in the booth for broadcasting it to everybody, for everybody that runs in the SMB League, all the admins that allow us to put on a show for everybody, and Avril in the car. But as far as the playoffs go, or particularly in Darlington, my last experience there wasn't a great one. Got required damage and spent most of that race about 8 laps down. So hopefully we can rebound and put together a top 5.
All right, buddy. Congratulations one more time. And then, of course, we have to bring in the series owner, Eliza Bethal, and congratulate Eliza on making it through to the top 16 man, Eliza, that was very, very close. You had Sean Blanchard a little bit further back, but your competition's kind of closing in. Able to move on. You're in the postseason officially. What do you think about the regular season so far, and what can we look forward to into the playoffs?
I'll tell you, it's been a very challenging season so far. Tonight was difficult. I mean, it was a fun race, but strategy-wise, once again, we took full tires, and I do believe, guys, we were up in 8th. I do believe other drivers were taking 2 tires, so that put us way back in the field around 25th, but we made up to 12th. Sean Blanchard, from what I saw, he was a lap down, so he wasn't as much of a concern. But I know Frank Warner was directly behind me, so I was definitely cutting it closer than what I wanted to.
Yeah, when I saw Frank Warner sitting behind you, and I saw some other guys trying to make a run to the outside, I said it on stream. I said, as long as that left or right rear is not contacted, you were going to come across the line. You followed Dohar all the way through, and he brought you to the postseason. Definitely a great drafting help in that number 77 filter time Camaro. So, what are you looking forward to now going to Darlington and beyond?
I have a lot to learn. Got to figure out the strategy. I've never been one to be great at strategy. So, I got to learn from that and hopefully just keep putting out the fast laps. We got the speed. We just need to stay out of trouble and get that strategy right, and we'll do okay.
There you go. Well, Eliza, I definitely got to shout out you and shout out our sponsor for tonight one more time, the Swag.Biz. Guys and gals, go on over the Swag.Biz, where their logo is literally, their saying rather, is literally custom friggin' anything. Go on over, look them up. Tell Sean Blanchard I said hey. And, man, I showed you all the mouse pad that he made for me. You'll also be able to see all the other demo products that he's made for Eliza and for all of Team FTR. And as I pointed out earlier, is the official swag company of Shake and Bake. Well, guys and gals, that is going to cut it for me. I definitely want to thank everybody one more time for coming out, hanging out, chatting it up, keeping me company. Looking forward to Darlington next week. But don't forget, this Thursday night, Eliza and I will be back over on Traction GG for the Shake and Bake IndyCar series. And you're definitely not gonna want to miss it. We will catch y'all somewhere else another time.